Destroy your weak self before it destroys you. Napoleon Hill. Have you ever noticed that every world champion acts like a champion long before winning their first title? Muhammad Ali said, "I am the greatest," when nobody knew his name. Ayrton Senna visualized every turn like a champion while still karting. And what if I told you there's a mental law discovered by Napoleon Hill after interviewing 504 millionaires that explains exactly why this works? In the next 30 minutes, you'll discover the principle of anticipated behavior, the same one that transformed failed salesmen into billionaire magnates in less than 5 years. This is the secret Andrew Carnegie told Napoleon Hill on a morning in 1908, but which was deliberately removed from the first editions of Think and Grow Rich because the world wasn't ready. Napoleon Hill documented this phenomenon for 29 years. He found that 100% of ultra-successful people had a common trait. They embodied their vision before it materialized. Thomas Edison acted like the world's greatest inventor when he had 0 patents. Henry Ford behaved like an industry revolutionary while assembling cars in a garage. You'll discover the CHAMPION formula that reprograms your subconscious in 21 days. Why 97% of people sabotage their success with reverse imposter syndrome. The 11-minute morning ritual that activates your champion identity. And finally, an exercise you'll do right now and feel immediate transformation. But first, let me tell you about Rafael from Belo Horizonte, who went from pizza delivery boy to franchise chain owner. It was October 2019. Rafael, 34 years old, was delivering the last pizza of the night on Afonso Pena Avenue when his car broke down. Pouring rain, dead phone battery. There, soaked and with cold pizza in hand, he made the most bizarre decision of his life, to start acting like a pizzeria owner. Sounds crazy? Wait until you understand the science behind it. The principle of anticipated. Behavior works because your brain doesn't differentiate between real experience and vividly imagined reality with emotional intensity. When Raphael started thinking, speaking, and acting like an owner, his prefrontal cortex initiated a process called directed neuroplasticity. Harvard neuroscientist Dr. Michael Gervais proved in 2021 that when we adopt behaviors of our future identity, we create new synaptic connections 400% faster. It's literally your brain building roads to your destiny. But, Renato, you might be thinking, isn't this just fake it till you make it? No. It's completely different. Pretending is external. Anticipated behavior is identity change at the cellular level. Napoleon Hill called it embodied auto-suggestion, when you don't just think, but live your vision. Raphael started studying pizzeria owners. He woke up at 5 a.m. like them, read about management on the bus. When delivering pizzas, he observed every detail of the business. In 6 months, he presented such a detailed improvement plan that the owner made him manager. In 18 months, he was a partner. Today, 5 years later. But wait, before I tell you where Raphael is today, you need to understand the second principle. Raphael today owns 23 franchises in 3 states. Monthly revenue, 2.3 million reais. But what did he do differently from thousands who dream but never achieve? He discovered the principle of reverse personalization. Napoleon Hill documented this studying John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller didn't wait to become rich. He adopted magnate habits when earning $3 per week as an accountant. Look, your subconscious is programmed by behaviors, not desires. How many times have you intensely wanted something but nothing changed? This happens because there's conflict between who you are and what you want. Modern neuroscience confirms your brain has an identity thermostat. If you see yourself as an ordinary person, your brain will sabotage any success beyond that identity. That's why 70% of lottery winners lose everything in 2 years. The money doesn't match their internal identity. Now, the testimony that will blow your mind. Carla Mendes, 42-year-old teacher from Curitiba. Salary, 2,800 raise, debt 67,000. She heard a lecture on Napoleon Hill and decided to test anticipated behavior, but instead of pretending to be rich, she did something brilliant. Carla created the Future Carla Protocol. Every morning, for 11 minutes, she embodied her successful version. CEO, posture, even in pajamas, clear and confident speech, recording audio, quick and firm decisions, starting with breakfast, abundance mentality, despite negative account. People thought I'd gone crazy, Carla says. I was making decisions like commanding an empire while barely paying rent. But something magical started happening. In 30 days, Carla was invited to coordinate a project at school. In 90 days, she was lecturing on innovative education. In 180 days, she launched an online course that earned $89,000 in the first month. Today, 2 years later, her corporate education company earns $340,000 monthly. I didn't change my circumstances first. I changed who I was, and circumstances followed. Now comes the part Napoleon Hill was afraid to fully reveal, the principle of the behavioral trinity. It's the explosive combination of 3 elements: champion thinking. This isn't positive thinking. It's thinking like someone who has already won. Michael Jordan visualized the basket before shooting, but more, he mentally celebrated before the ball left his hands. Champion feeling. Feeling gratitude, confidence, and certainty before victory. Your limbic system doesn't differentiate time. If you feel like a champion, to your brain, you are a champion. Champion. Action. What would a champion do now? How would they walk? How would they speak? How would they decide? How would they treat people? How would they handle problems? When you combine all 3, what Hill called accelerated materialization happens. It's as if the universe conspires to confirm your new identity. The 21-day CHAMPION protocol. C. Morning behavior. 5 minutes upon waking. Wake up like a winner. Straight posture. Real smile. Say out loud, I am your vision, not I will be, I am. H. Excellence presence. During shower. Dress like the person you're becoming. Doesn't need to be expensive. Needs to be intentional. A. Unshakable mindset. Breakfast. Consume champion content. Biographies, documentaries, podcasts. Feed your mind with excellence. M. Power words throughout the day. Speak about your goals in present tense. Not, my company will earn X, but my company earns X. Your subconscious doesn't know future. P. Directed energy. Afternoon. Make at least 3 decisions daily as the person you're becoming. Small or big, decide like a champion. I. Anticipated action. Before bed. Do one thing, however small, that only your successful version would do. An investment. A contact. A learning. O. Observation and gratitude. Lying down. Give thanks for what's coming as if it already arrived. Anticipated gratitude is the universe's most powerful magnet. Signs. It's working. Days. 1 to 7. Mental discomfort. Ego resists. Days. 8 to 14. Insights and synchronicities increase. Days 15 to 21. External changes start appearing. After 21 days, new identity established. Fatal traps. Telling skeptics, protect your transformation. Wanting immediate results, trust the process. Intermittent. Behavior. Consistency is everything. Fear of judgment. Average people will always judge bold ones. Now stop everything and do this with me. I'm serious. This exercise is worth over 10,000 rupees in coaching. Quantum mirror exercise. Do now. Stand up, even if in public. Take 3 deep breaths. Place your hand on your heart. Visualize your maximum achievement already realized. Feel the victory sensation for 30 seconds. Now open your eyes and declare out loud or mentally, I am your vision. I behave, think and feel like your vision. My external reality is now aligning with my internal truth. Did you feel the shiver? That's your energy field changing frequency. You've just taken the first behavioral step. Want modern proof this works? Marcos Galperin, founder of Mercado Libre, revealed in an interview that at 25, without money, he already behaved like the CEO of a billion-dollar company. He signed emails as CEO of Latin America's future largest e-commerce when operating from a room. His meetings were conducted as if commanding thousands of employees. Result? Mercado Libre is worth 95 billion today. The secret? Galperin didn't wait to succeed. He embodied success, and reality bowed to his identity. Let me summarize what you've just discovered, because your brain needs to reinforce this transformation. You learned the principle of anticipated behavior that Hill hid for decades, discovered why acting like a champion first creates neurological conditions to win received. The 21-day champion protocol that has already transformed thousands of lives did the quantum mirror exercise that activated your new frequency. But knowledge without action is just entertainment. So right now, do this in the next 30 seconds. Write in the comments, "I am a champion." This activates public commitment. Share this video with one person who needs to awaken their inner champion. Subscribe and activate the bell. Sunday, I'll reveal the principle of personal magnetism. And most important, today, before sleeping, practice the complete protocol. Not tomorrow, today, because champions don't postpone their greatness. Remember what Napoleon Hill said, "The person who knows they can achieve something is already halfway to success. But the person who acts as if they've already achieved has crossed the finish line in their mind, and the universe runs to catch up." You don't need to wait to become a champion. You act like a champion to become a champion. The transformation starts now. You already are who you choose to become. I am, and you? See you in the next video, champion.